Welcome back to another video. In this one we are back on mow route. With the cool overnight temps, we're having to deal with a lot of dew and wet grass. So we thought a good video for you guys might be a few techniques that we use often to deal with wet and thick lawns.
It takes 8 years of experience to mow wet grass to get this done. Well, that's why I get paid the big bucks. Jared won't get to drive any more power equipment this week. Van.
I think there's a different one. So there's 1, 2, 3. Yeah, there's 3 bucks there. Yeah, them are all, that's a bachelor room. Then there's the one. Okay, so see how them growls are turned that way? See how that one's different? It's a different buck. Taller, tiny, yeah. That's a different buck. That's a decent buck right there.
3 of them were pretty good bucks.
I thought about putting a Carhartt on, but I'm like, it's not Carhartt season just yet.
It's
thinking it might be Carhartt season.
Yeah.
Today.
It was that cold this morning. I walked down and I just had that like $10 Walmart sweatshirt on, and this is still in the truck. And I immediately swapped out. No, I immediately swapped out for the Carhartt. It's too cold.
Get your grout foot.
Grout foot. Yep. I couldn't find a gray shirt that was clean, so this is semi-clean.
Should give you guys like all these because these.
No, that fits just right, dude.
They're these Gildens, and they not doing. I can't go more than about here.
Yeah.
They all shrunk in the wash now.
Yeah.
Just pissed me off every time I wear them.
Clint can't do all that work all the time.
Logan, you need to organize this place.
Yeah, you guys need to wash this truck.
Spencer actually said you should wash it.
I know, and I just
One of the guards from the thing is broken. Hey.
That ain't gonna ride there.
No, that ain't.
What are you doing?
You put the rakes the other way.
Hey.
Put the rakes the other way into the bucket.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir. Logan, can I get knocks?
Put that in the front seat. Put that in the dash. So don't lose that.
Oh, hey. Hi, Logan, I got a present on Thursday. Here, take us home to the wife. Sweet corn for the family.
Yes,
broke
sir.
the Gravely.
Huh? Who broke that?
That was Dan.
Jesus.
That's not broke. The piece down by the bottom
It's broke pretty good.
The cable at the bottom broke. You know where you're straightening it?
Yeah.
That broke. So then that just pulls out.
Dan's very hard on it.
Yeah, Dan. I don't feel like it just pulls out if you're the only one who tripped out.
No,
You gotta get
Spencer
the
already
whole
ordered
Gravely
one.
and get it. Don't lay. What are you doing?
Put that
You
back
don't
where
need
you
it.
found it.
Holy brain dead.
You might need that for the next cable you buy.
Well, it is a crisp 50 degrees this morning when we all got to the shop. I think it's about 51, 52 right now, but everyone's jacked up, everyone's in sweatshirts. It's like perfect weather to work in. Usually we have a few of these days scattered throughout the summer. You get a little cold front come through, and we haven't really had that yet. So everyone's really juiced up today, and then we're getting close to fall and hunting and football season, so everyone's, you know, talking about trail cameras and hunting trips and stuff like that going on here coming up. It's a good day. Morale is real high today, but with that being said, with these cold temps today, we're gonna have a lot of dew, a lot of wet grass, and we mow all of our accounts at least once a week. But with the temps and the moisture that we've had this year, everything's been super long, really thick, and obviously stays very wet into the day. So we're gonna try to do a few things on camera here to show you guys how to deal with that if you've got, you know, you're mowing in wet conditions or thick long grass. How are you mowing with thick wet grass like we have this morning?
Very careful.
Very carefully. What's your technique you were running over there?
Slow.
Yeah, you had a certain pattern over there though. What were you doing?
What do you mean?
Like to not thatch it, not clump it up. What
It's a secret. That's why I get paid the big bucks.
Well, we gotta do.
You got. It takes 8 years of experience to mow wet grass to get this done.
Well,
that's why I get paid the big bucks.
Can you explain any tips, or like what would be a good tip from you on not thatching your lawn up, I guess?
Oh, don't mow it too low.
Yeah.
And then I don't know. It's every grass is totally different. Every lawn is different. So
how do you come through, I guess, and find like your good height when you get to a lawn?
Whatever's mowing good, and
you kind of
it's
start
not
from the
thatching
outside,
and,
like lower, and then work your way up.
Well, they had them set really tight because they were doing something this weekend with the mowers, and then so I had to go up like almost an inch.
Okay. From
where they were at.
Gotcha.
So, and it's still, if it doesn't matter if it looks good. It's green and it looks good and it's straight. It's perfect.
What, like if you mow it too low, what's the danger of doing that to your lawn?
Oh, you'll expose your root mass, and if you notice this is it's green when you get done mowing. If you mow it too low, then you expose your root mass and you'll see yellowness. So that's your roots. You're actually exposing the root mass, and the only place that grass has a moisture reserve is above ground, nothing below ground. So if you're going down to the roots, you have no moisture reserve. So if it gets dry next week, it'll burn right out.
You kill all your grass, and then that's when you get like weeds and all that will come in, and then you have a problem. Yeah. Cool.
So it should always look better when you leave than when you start it. Shouldn't be yellow and gouged.
Yeah. What are you at right now?
I'm at like 4, just a hair underneath 4.
Gotcha.
Right at 4.
Cool.
And they had it set at like 3 1/4.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh my god, this ain't gonna work. Or it'll look like somebody else's lawns around the neighborhood.
Yeah, right. So to kind of put a bow on what he said, Dan's probably biggest tip would just be to just mow high. There's not really any danger at mowing high. The only thing, I guess, if you're a landscaper, whether you're doing residential or commercial stuff, it's a little bit harder to keep up with when you're mowing it high all the time, but you don't really have any danger of doing that. And like we were talking about, if you mow it too low, sometimes you can really kill off all your grass. Once you start killing off all your bluegrass in your lawn, that's when weeds will start to take over. And then the other thing is you'll start clumping it on mornings like this morning. So if you watch Dan, he'll kind of probably come through and make an outside pass when he first gets to an account and just come through at what he thinks the deck height probably will need to be. And if he needs to go up, he'll adjust a 1/4 inch at a time until he finds the right deck height where he's not thatching or clumping up anything.
Put trail cameras out yesterday. Already have. Put trail cameras out yesterday. I already have a giant 11-pointer camera.
Really?
Oh yeah. Look at him. He's so damn big.
Oh god.
Let me see that, dude.
Little spiker.
That's a giant, dude. That's a Michigan 11-pointer.
I'm so excited. Another tip for mitigating thatch in your lawn, I believe Dan touched on mowing it higher than what you normally do. It's one good way to do it. I personally like to mow it the same height as usual and come back 3 to 4 days later once that thatch is dried out and mow it again at the same height. It'll shred that thatch, disperse it a lot more evenly, and then that way it can get down to the ground and start breaking down a lot quicker.
Let's say you were a contractor or somebody like us, or just didn't have time as a homeowner to do that. Could you wait and maybe come back through and do it again at like the end of your time at the account or something like that?
Yeah, I mean, you can, one way to do it, like right now it's a little wet, you can mow it same height, and if it's a little thatchy, wait till the very end of the mowing. You have a section that doesn't look that great, go back over top of it, maybe run some different lines on it. Say if you went north and south on your lines, run east-west. It'll, disperse it around a little bit more, and it'll shred it, give it a little bit more time to dry out. So if it's clumpy, it'll be a little bit drier when you go over that second time. And just run your lines differently, so it's not just, you're not pushing it back and forth one way or the other. We mowed this entire town last Wednesday or Thursday, I believe Wednesday. And a lot of our accounts, some of our accounts that are usually pretty thick, it was 2 o'clock when we started on them, and they were still thatchy. So we made it a point to, instead of doing a 7-day cut, make it down to 5 days. Like put it, instead of doing it same time next week, put it right on the first of the list of the week, so it you can get on it when the grass is shorter. By the time we get to those accounts that are thick with all the thatch on top, it'll probably be dried out or really close to being dried out.
What'd you do?
I told him that right hydro was soft.
Oh. Weed eater duty the rest of the day.
Pull back around on that corner and turn up and out. Get straight.
What'd you do?
Yeah.
Oh, that's doing it.
Oh, I sent her into the rhubarb. On accident.
Well, the good thing is you didn't go down there and panic and floor it and try to get out, huh?
Yeah.
You just knew when to stop, right?
Yeah. I've been stuck a couple times before.
Pretty sure most of us here have gotten stuck in that thing at least once. I haven't been stuck in it yet.
You haven't got stuck in there?
No, not yet.
Well, you.
I take that back. I lied. I got stuck with the Gravely.
That?
Yeah.
What were you doing with the green?
Chipping away.
Hammering?
Just trying to help out and just making problems. I love that when you're trying to help and then you just cost more time.
Yeah, pretty much. He walked down there a little bit and he's like, you think I could just drive up through it? I was like, I don't know.
No.
I don't know about all that.
The best thing to do when you get stuck is just accept that you're stuck and wait to get pulled out.
Throw the parking brake on and hang out. He did the right thing. He
Yeah.
called straight away and he was like, hey, what are you guys doing? And I was like, just standing by the truck. Okay, I need some help over here.
Well, we are wrapped up with what we call the big three in town, and now we're further into the middle of town, basically getting a bunch of small accounts done, and then we've got a few bigger accounts on the north side of town that we'll either wrap up today or maybe we might bleed one or two of them into tomorrow or sometime later in the week. We're gonna give Jaron a whole lot of crap because that's I think second week in a row he's gotten a mower stuck. He actually got one stuck here last week, and then he did that one, which we've all done it a bunch, so it's not a big deal at all. It's just do stuff around a group of guys, you're gonna get crap, so I'm sure we'll be razzing him the rest of the day.
We won't let Jaron drive this. Jaron won't get to drive any more power equipment this week.
Van.
Is that the first time you got stuck, Jaron?
No, definitely not.
First time.
He got stuck at Cabela's pretty good the other week, remember?
You weren't there.
I wasn't there, but
Yeah.
Clint showed me the video.
I didn't see nothing. Clint got you out without me knowing about it?
I got myself out with his mower.
You know that washout that
You
runs
remember?
up
Because
there?
remember Clint said, drive over there, and I said, no, it looks fine over there.
Headed up like north of where we parked the truck, headed up that where that washout is in the middle of that ditch.
So that was last week or?
No, this is like
A month ago?
a month ago when we got all that rain.
I was gonna
We
say
were
it's
mowing
your,
in standing water.
it's your second.
Oh yeah, it was. You were actually on the flat, weren't you? It was like,
No,
This is your second week in a row with an incident, though. I mean, that's not.
that wasn't my fault.
That's not a good
that's
OSHA
not-
record.
That's not gonna do.
File an accident report.
Your employee scorecard's not gonna look good for this month.
Yeah.
that's what I told him. I said when we get the year-end reviews
Yeah.
at the year-end.
Well, I'm worried about his seasonal bonus at the end
I
of
know.
this. One
Some,
more
a
incident.
lot of times they have to pay
Yeah.
to get out of your job.
Got a tip to avoid thatching your lawns up?
Probably one of the easier ones is just blow everything out and then come back after you're all done. Then you can do your stripes, blow it all out, get a nice even coat. It'll dry out enough, and then once you come back and you do your lines, it'll give it a nice cut. Should disperse that thatch pretty good. It's almost unnoticeable.
So you make 2 or 3 passes around the edge, and then from there just start going back the other way and blowing it all out.
Yeah, I always got to do 3 with this one because it blows it out so far. But yeah, do 3 passes in, then do the rest of them out. Another thing, make sure you keep your deck clean. I've cleaned the deck on this twice already today, and it's only on the second account. That really helps out. If it's dirty, tends to clump up a little more. Keep it clean, gets you mowing faster, and makes it look nicer.
Better lift when it's cleaned out too,
Yeah,
right?
a lot better suction on your deck, so it gets that grass up and gets it out and gets it a nice clean cut.
Yeah. Yeah, what do you got for tips for avoiding thatch in your lawn?
Well, I've got a little technique that Danny Boy showed me, and I used it a little bit last week going around on some of the accounts and some of the bigger pieces, and it seemed to work pretty good. So he just really just keeps a loop round and around and around constantly, and he's never running back on his passes, and he's blowing all of his thatch in until he gets to the very middle and finishes it out. And then once he's got all the thatch in the middle, he'll take his deck up, whether he raises it up with the hydro and leaves it high, or if he raises it up and just drops like goes like another click up, another 1/4 inch up or so, and flies back over the centerpiece a couple of times and kicks the thatch back out of the center, up and around, and then you're not chasing your lines twice coming back across the lawn, which is pretty nice, especially on like these heavier mowers, when you're running a Kubota that weighs as much as it does. Not packing down that lawn on repeat, running your lines back and forth, mowing it twice, maybe even 3 times.
Basically, you're not windrowing all over the whole lawn. You're just pushing all your thatch in one spot.
Yeah. Keep it tight, and then that really has saved us quite a bit of time going around last week. And then, like at Cabela's, I mean, there's so much acreage there as far as mowing. If you didn't do something like that in some of those spots, you could spend another 30 to 40 minutes tracing back your lines over the same piece, So really, it's been a big time saver. So we're going to try it again today with a little less length on it and see how it goes. So, cool. Yeah.
So basically, to reiterate, in case we didn't explain all that well, what Hein's talking about is he's going to make his exterior passes, blowing everything in like you normally would, tracing around any trees or curbs or anything like that. And then once he gets done with his 2 or 3 passes on the outside, instead of switching up and blowing everything back out or going straight into doing your lines, he's actually just going to keep blowing everything into the middle. And it sounds weird, I know, but that way you're not leaving windrows all over your lawn that you've got to chase all over. You're basically just blowing your thatch into one spot, and then you can kind of fluff it out from there. We'll see how well this works because the wind is howling right now, if you guys can't tell, but it's going pretty good so far. After we got done with the smaller accounts in the middle of town, we jumped up and knocked out one of the big ones. We ended up getting 15 of our 16 commercial accounts in town finished up in one day. Then the crew got back to the shop and worked on some general maintenance things to get the mowers ready for the next day. Thanks again for watching. We'll see you on the next one.